Okay, thanks for coming. Fielding any questions, any thoughts, anything anyone wants to share? Yes?
So basically,
my hearing's not good, so come
I
out.
was going to come up so I could hear as well. So basically, you're kind of getting around all the 98 numbers, UCC1, UCC3, the accepted for value,
Yeah,
TDA accounts.
that's all fake.
Because you're actually going to operate in this system and instead of trying to
There's
take yourself out.
There's a more fundamental difference that I'll point out to you.
Okay.
I don't make any claims. You see,
Yeah.
UCC1 claims that you have the status to do this. It claims this, it claims that. Where I'm not doing anything but asking the banker to prove their claims.
Yes.
See, if you bring another claim into the arena,
You're not trying to change your status. You're
trying to change the subject.
Okay.
You're only asking them for their proof, that they're trying to convolute it by saying you have the special status to solve it. No. You don't need any special status. They need the paperwork. They don't have it. That's the issue. And they want to bring up another issue instead of that fundamental issue. See, that's why I don't get into that stuff. That's why that's always a trap, and it's where everyone starts. I want it out.
Second question real quick was, so you can do a quick claim deed even if you're not in foreclosure?
Yeah, because a quit, Q-U-I-T,
Yeah, sorry.
quit claim, just forever. Quit claim deed simply says the rights that this entity has, I give to this other entity. It's not saying you have any rights.
Okay.
It's saying any rights I have, I'm giving. You see?
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Good questions. Thank you.
I have a question. I've introduced the concept of 508c1a to a lot of friends of mine who own businesses, and as a way to, as other tax-exempt entities, they can get donations from folks. And the question is, how would one go about, hey, you have a 508c1a ministry, a church. I want this individual, who's actually a person, wants to donate money to a good cause. Like, hey, you help homeless people, whatever. I want to give you $20, but they want to. The question is, how can they write it off on their person's taxes, or is that even possible?
You're not going to operate your person anymore.
Right. So I'm operating the trust, and I have a friend of mine who's not ready to take that step.
Yeah, they're Satanists, and they can keep their Satanism. There's no way to solve their Satanism. You can't solve anyone else's Satanism. You can solve your own Satanism, right? Not we, but one, right? Or not we. You come to God individually. You ready? You're going to do something together. No one does anything together. There's no groups. That's a hoax, you know? There's these Satanists in fear. They're not doing anything. They're just following orders. But they're not doing anything. Like, we come to God, we lose our fear programming at our own individual timing. Come to God individually, you see? So we just can't do this as a group. It's not possible. We're not. That's what they do. If you want to be we, you want to be a group and do what everyone does, get paid. Do what they say. That's already in place. But if you don't want to do that, I'll operate under the general statute of what you showed us as a perfect man does. I'll do my best. You'll forgive my errors. I'll get better at it. And that's cool with you. Great. I could do that. Okay? No income taxes, right? No. And there are benefits to that, as you mentioned. But these benefits that you've achieved with your trust, they can easily achieve. But they're deciding not to. And so what is that doing? That's still sucking you dry. You see, there's still, drainbow, right? All the drainbows that show up in Asheville for the rainbow gathering are called drainbows, right? Because they're draining your energy, right? You see that new show on FX or whatever? Oh my God, it's so funny. I'll hardly watch TV, but I get like the whatever, open load stuff, and I'm always looking for Satanist stuff, right? Oh, what's this? What we do in the shadows. What we do in the shadows, neighborhood, right? And they're vampires that live in a group house, like in Asheville, we live in a group house. And one of the vampires is an energy vampire. And the vampires are all scared shitless of the energy. His power grows stronger every day. He's like, oh, how you doing? I'm not feeling that good myself today. They're all afraid of him, you know what I mean? So you have to stay away from these energy vampires and take our time and don't allow us to move forward. Because service doesn't end. You see, we serve God and we serve others. Who's ready to be served? You serve by example. Okay, my friend is not ready. Okay, well, they're watching. How you doing? You still okay? You know, they keep checking in. But you can't be that for them. You see, this is the truth, and they can accept it themselves or not. What's their choice? Burn in hell for eternity. That's a fact. Go for it. I asked the police, I'm like, I don't mean to be a bother or nothing like that, right? But what am I missing? I don't mean to be pushy or anything, but what is it about burning in hell that's so fabulous that you all love that I'm missing? I'm just getting tell you, never. Like, what is this thing? Why do you do this? You know, they're afraid. How am I going to feed, you know, this woman? Oh no, I can't switch. I can't do it because, you know, I have three children. You know, I thought you were divorced. Yeah. But he gives me money. Where does he get his money? I don't know. He's a freeman, so he just always has money. I gotta raise my children. Okay, that's fearing that there's not a God to love. You gotta live like that. Go to hell. Come back again and again into the dome until you think you're loved. And we can live an example. You see, and that's what I try to do. I'm not, you know, I'm not him, you know, but I can surrender and do my best. That's all we can do. How can we do better than our best? Our Maker knows what our best is, accepts it, created us. I know what your best is. I know when you're doing it. I got your back when you're doing it. It's cool. You see, that's a loving God. They haven't accepted that. What can you do? Continue with your example. That's all you can do, you see. When you sign this trust, these people around you who start having these questions begin to get extremely acute situations happen. Possession, quite often, until they begin to see it themselves. People here could relate those things that have happened to them at my work, and so on, and many others. But, you know, when you say, I'm nervous, God hears you. Oh, I'll give you the experiences you need until you learn, right, that you're an idiot to be a Satanist. But go ahead, come right back in here. Yeah, we got all the chicks, we got drugs, we got We Trust promissory notes, the IOUs. We don't pay, but hey, it works for you, right? I have people up in Washington State, right? I love them. Grandfather and a 13-year-old, right? They're in the trust. They work as a crew, right? He types the young one. I don't like email. He's great. And it's his 13th birthday recently, so they got like the credit for his person up, right? Leo, listen, what do you want for your birthday? Oh, side by side. So I'm like, well, I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. He had to tell me what it is. It's like a, you know, like a dude buggy. So he got like a brand new dude buggy, went down, and then he sent him, when they got the bill in the mail, because 100% financing. Thank you. He got the bill in the mail, he sent him a promissory note from the trust, and then they validated all the rest of it. They got a side-by-side for free, you know, everything. Hey, yo, it's his birthday. Thank you, Satan. Just clipped you for a side-by-side. That's the way he wanted to learn. You see? Yo. All this other stuff. And they got a bunk beds, and they was on and on. I love this crap. They just got a quick claim house for them. Somebody who was gonna get, what's that word? Not eviction, when they're going to destroy the house, condemned, and they're going to demolish it the next day, 24 hours. So they sign over the trust, right, to them, to their trust. And they're like, whoa, we're moving in, right? Put up the notices, you're going to block this, all that, right? Great. This is the guy's ex-wife and her new whatever, right? And they're living there. So he's like, oh, we did all the quick claim deeds, recorded, everything, we're ready to roll. I was like, well, how is it? How do you like the place? They're like, oh, well, we left them there because they don't have a home, so we left them there. I was like, that's very sweet of you, you know, because they love Jesus. They were just so caring. We got the house where Jesus said, we put someone in. I'm like, yeah, but you can't put them in because they didn't sign the trust. You know, they're gonna flip that thing. I was like, you gotta get up there. They're all cool, right? Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. Okay. You gotta go up there. They're gonna take that house the next day. Oh, we're on a deadline, right? So he goes up there. We're not signing any trust. rip the things down, right? Get out of here. Total demonic possession. Get out of here, right? So he goes down to the sheriff. Yo, here's my quick ID. What's the eviction process to throw him out? Oh, yes, some people are worthy saints in America who go up against Satan. There are very, very, very few, and I know almost every one of them. Or yes, I do. I help them, right? Because I surrendered my soul at his feet. You see? Good question. It's such an important question, but it's so important. Oil and water don't mix, you see? If our hearts are not like theirs, you see? Our heart goes out to someone in a difficult position, but wait. If karma's not a law, nothing makes sense. You see? Everything's chaos and nothing makes sense. If there's no karma, life is pointless, kill me now. Period. Because what? You can be a Satanist, and that's just fine. And it never comes back on you. So wait a minute. Also, no one can be outside the law of karma. No one. God, not no one. It's a law for everyone. Or else, not a single thing makes sense. You see, so their decision and your attempt at helping them is really slowing down the karmic process of them coming quicker to God if you were to do anything more than be an example. You see, because you're lending them energy that they could use to prolong their agony with Satan. You're hurting them. You think you're helping them because your heart is one way and theirs is another. You haven't accepted the truth of the situation. Karma is real. Someone on the street with no legs and arms, karma's a law. I'll pray for you. Whew, I don't even want to know. But I'll pray for you. Here. Karma's a law. You can't get outside of it. You've proven it to me right down there. Yep, I've been there. I know that law. It's about wanting something from someone else that you're not willing to do yourself. But get to work. You see, we're slowing them down. Although our heart's not doing that. You see, our heart is with God. We're trying to help people because you said serve them. Yo, get with them. That's the service. Coming over, I'm your brother all day long. Your brother. You follow me? And if not, yo, Cain and Abel, yo. Yeah, you're my brother, but you're on that other team. Oil and water, baby. Yo, worship the fire God. Go right for it. I'm with the ocean of love. Okay, burn, baby, for eternity. My only problem is saying to the cops, oh, well, believe me, we're cold. I know the law of karma works. I know you're going to burn in hell for eternity. I know that. Only problem I have with you, the police, given what you've done and what you're doing even right now, for me, eternity is not long enough. That's what I say to them. It's just, you deserve longer. So I'm praying for you, for God, that you get what you deserve. Right now, believe it. Longer. You know, so it's really...
Have you advanced the conversation about the DMV?
I can't quite hear you.
DMV, driving. Have you advanced the conversation about the DMV?
Can you hear?
You advanced the conversation about DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles.
I'm sorry about hearing.
Have
The
you
DMV,
advanced the conversation about the DMV?
What?
The DMV conversation. Have you gone further with the DMV?
Oh, how you go to the DMV?
Well, how to move around because they're basically...
Oh, okay. Good question. I apologize.
So the question is how to deal with the DMV now because it's a big obstacle because the cops have been talking so much about what we pay on the roads. So the
Good.
cops are out there. At the moment, I have my RV in the trucks and I'm driving around without plates. I did what you told me to an email back in February as in I'm having conversations. So I've had 3 conversations now with a bunch of different troopers and they're fun. You know, I'm just telling them and at the end they let me go because I'm with Christ. Because I have signed trust with Christ. Because I have signed trust with Christ doing the work that you told me to. I'm driving my RV in the trust without plate. So now the question is how do you get more people pioneering that work so we can move the only obstacle really, because you've got the banks on lockdown. The obstacle now is the DMV because there's travel in this world and how to deal with people who believe they own the roads for safety because they're tight. And they saw when I stood out there with them, I just come out and say I'm in Christ. And And I talked to the cops, and they don't have much to do because the title in there was Satan. So it's a different conversation because I'm in Christ. Because I have a binder that I have in my RV that has the first page, just like you notice you have a in our house, junk you can put on their home stop foreclosure, like you told me to use in the RV. It says the steadfast is down to the sole authority of the living Redeemer, Jesus Christ, and no one can interfere, molest, or access, blah, blah, blah. And it has a title that shows that it sold me and that I have a copy of my trust. So we have a conversation.
It's good to test spiritual technology. Those willing to test the spiritual technology get information. So we have limited time here. We have limited resources. We have to form a strategy based on our current situation. What are we currently involved in, and where do we want to be? That's what this information is new. How can I use it to get into a better position? Right? That's what we're trying to do. Okay. With the trust. That's what we're trying to do. We have limited time. Now, we got all these bills to pay, we got, babies' mouths to feed. So money matters. We gotta feed them. You see, in this system under the dome. So what we take up our time with is how we can get more time. You know what I mean? From not having to spend our time making money to pay these bills and so on, right? So, because that's the way we get to contemplate this, sit together, or sit by ourselves, research, whatever, and do this work, right? Is having some time to do that. So we have to use our other time wisely. So we don't get caught up in stuff that doesn't bring us anything, right? That bring us problems instead of positive outcomes. We gotta eat, we gotta get to God, we do have to serve other people in what our chosen field is, right? We have to still do that, right? So we have to do those things. So for most people, almost everyone, the testing of spiritual technology that saves like $20, $50, it takes like several years, ain't a big payoff. So getting title for a car in the name of the trust and a registration in the name of your now deadbeat person, which is perfect as a fall guy. It's like free insurance. Anything you do goes back to the person which has nothing. Hey, it's on the registration. The trust knows it. So you have this perfect fall guy for everything. This empty person with nothing. You see? So to spend $20, $30 on registration or what have you for almost every single human being alive just makes sense on a time management basis to just not have to deal with armed Satanists 20 times a day or what have you. I mean, what a ludicrous use of time to do that. But for anyone that wants to test that spiritual technology, they'll get information. You see, they'll get information that's useful. That could be the reason you do it for Jesus. I'm testing this information for Jesus, you see? Knowing this doesn't really reap any benefits for my children who need to eat, right? Or my partner or whoever that needs to eat. This does nothing but entangle my time and waste it ever completely for years on end, producing nothing back to me and mine. You see? So it's a fool's errand, of course, and the question is, a known fool's errand. Been around for decades. But good question. Any other questions? Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Here, if you want to chat afterwards, I'm available, or anyone else except Z. I just don't want to spend my time on that. And thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. God bless you one and all in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you.